Hello, my crafty friends and creatives from around the globe. Welcome to the studio. It's DJ here. Welcome back if you've been here before. And thank you everyone for your wonderful comments, your kind encouragement on Instagram and in the YouTube comments here and on Facebook. I am just so happy that you guys are loving the videos and that you are making a lot of these items yourself and you're sharing them with me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate all the support and it's just not such a wonderful community. It's so warm and helpful, and I just am very happy to be part of it. So again, thank you for everybody who's left such sweet comments and is kind of playing along in my craft room with me. All right, let's get on to February. It is March 1st. So there you go. But this is going to be a quick one. So February is the Crocus Fairies. Aren't they beautiful? Look at them. Oh my goodness, they're so cute. All right, so let's hope we see some crocus soon. I need some spring, right? I kind of feel like you see some crocus and you're not that far away. So as you can see here, this is mostly yellow and purple. So we're going to have a lot of yellow and purple in the February journal. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this journal, if you want to call it a journal, there will be a journal in here, but it's going to be small. It's definitely not going to be the January journal. I'm going to make an accordion style journal. So I have 5 pieces of chipboard here, and this is about the weight of a little more heavy duty than a cereal box. So I'm not sure of the thickness of this particular one. I'm sorry, I don't know the weight, but it is consistent with maybe a cereal box or maybe a little heavier than that. Okay, anyway, I cut these to 5.5 across by 7 long, and I have 5 of them. And then what I went ahead and did also was to take some papers that I thought would work good in this theme. And as you can see, I have a lot of purple. I have some just basics, but there is going to be purple and yellow. So if you like purple and yellow, great. If you hate purple and yellow, you might want to go to another video. And I also cut those down to 5.5 by 7. So they fit exactly the size of the chipboard that I have. And then last, I have cut strips. I'm going to have to move this. Hold on. I have cut strips of fabric from muslin. And these are 7 inches by 1 inch. And these are going to hold our accordion together. So they are as tall as the chipboard and 1 inch wide. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these together. So we're going to have 5 across, and they're going to be glued together with the muslin. And I'm going to put a piece on this side and the other side, and then on the ends here, I'm just going to take a piece and fold it over to kind of hide that that edge. But you don't have to do that. You can just, you know, use some tape. You could use some Tyvek tape. You could use some lightweight paper, though I think with the wear and tear that wouldn't work so well. Maybe washi covered over with something might make it a little stronger. I'm going to use fabric. So what we're going to do is I have cut another piece of the chipboard about 1/4 inch wide. And I'm going to use that as a separator for these. And actually I have a longer one, so let me grab that one. And I'll show you why that is kind of important. So I made it longer than these pieces, and that is so that when I am gluing and I have this on here, I can simply pull that out from one of the ends and then they stay in place. Okay, so I did 1 inch. I had tested this with 1.5 inches and it left a lot of overhang. And you could do that if you want to have it a bit more secure. But what I'm gonna do is after I get the fabric on, I'm gonna come back over it with the paper. So I wanted to have as little as possible here. And I'm gonna use a strong glue, so I'm not worried about that pulling out or anything. And I might even sew. With that, you can decide to do what you want to do. Okay, so I am going to, because I cut these all out, and I'm gonna have, you know, one for the front and one for the back here, like so. And the one thing I do want to do is I just want to kind of distress the outside, but I want to maybe try using a different color from the vintage photo. A little vintage photo crazy. I might still go over it with some vintage photo, but I think I might want to try a different color. Okay, so I have a milled lavender. I have a Victorian velvet. I have a seedless preserves, and those are all kind of in this purpley family. If I wanted to go with the yellows, I could go with a mustard seed, but I don't kind of like that yellow. And honey and marigold, I don't think are really in. Even the fossilized amber, I don't know that I'd like that. I probably want to go with a darker color. So let's see. I have some scraps. Let's see what might work here. So I also have, did I say that one? Villainous Potion. But that looks very dark. I don't think I want that. So we have milled lavender, Victorian velvet, and seedless preserves. I think I need one of these for the seedless preserves. Let's see, do I have one without? Yes, I do. And let's just give it a shot. If you're looking for one of these and you use Ranger Distressings, I went looking for this because I saw someone else had it, but this is on the Ranger Ink website, rangerink.com, and I think it's like it's called a swatching page or something, but you can find it there, and then you can swatch your inks if you'd like to. I thought it was fun for a minute, and then I was like, this is not fun anymore. But it is cool to kind of reference it and see what I have. All right, so this is the seedless preserves, and I don't use my colors a lot, so we'll see what we're gonna get here. That is very bright. Okay, so that is the seedless preserves. And then Victorian velvet. Let's see what that one looks like. And of course, this is going to look different on the different papers, but this will give us an idea. That one's a lot more subtle. I think I like that one. Let's just bring some over and see. Oh, I kind of like that one a lot. But let's be fair and let's do milled lavender. So I will stick you on there. And I just have them attached with some hook and eye dots. So milled lavender. And this one is an oxide. They're all oxides. So we'll add a little water and see if it makes a difference too. All right, this one I can hardly see. So this might not work. Milled lavender. I'm sure I could use it for something. It kind of just almost just mutes it more than anything, I think. All right, so that's that. I don't think I'm going to be using that one. This one's rather dark, but I could use it in certain spots, but I think my favorite is the Victorian Velvet. So I think what I'm going to do is just kind of go with Victorian Velvet, and then in some places where I might want some additional distressing, I can still add the Vintage Photo, and I can still add in maybe some of those preserves, the seedless preserves. So I'll leave that out on the desk. So I'm going to ink all of these with the Victorian Velvet. And I'm going to do that off camera so that this isn't an hour-long video. So I will be right back when I am all inked up. All right, I am back. We are all inked up. This one was so close to the actual color, which is crazy, but not really crazy. I don't know. I just thought it was odd. So I went around the edges of this one a little with the purple preserves, the seedless preserves, and then I went back over it with the Victorian Velvet, and that kind of made me feel better. Yeah, so here we go. We have all of these all inked up. You get it? All right. And now we're going to assemble the accordion. So what we want to do is you want to get a Fabra Fix or 3-in-1 or something a little stronger than, you know, art glitter glue, in my opinion. Use what you have, but I just think this might hold a lot better. As a matter of fact, I know it will hold a lot better. And what I want to do is I'm going to put the strip here. So I'm going to put a small bead of glue on just one side. And you don't want it too thick and goopy. You just want it to hold. All right, like so. Make sure these are together and lined up, top and bottom. And then I'm just going to center this like so. Okay, and I'll push that side down. And I want to make sure I have some overlapping on this side. And we're going to cover this, so it doesn't matter if that glue kind of seeps through a bit. You just want to make sure it's down nice and tight. And now on the other side, I'm also going to put a bead of glue. Put these up together again, and then just fold that over. And now we can take this out, which is why it works so well that that is longer. And then you don't want to move it at all. I don't know, somehow I got black on me. Sorry about my dirty hands. But we're just gonna, oh, that's actually from this. I don't know. All right. I use this one most of the time, so I guess I never notice it. But, all right, here we go. So that one is done. We'll put that up here for a sec. We'll get 2 more. We have 5 all together, so we're gonna have to attach these all. I'll put this over here, actually, out of the way. And let's put this one here. And our glue. This is really just more to help you kind of make sure you have this in the center and you have enough fabric for both pieces. That's really all this is about, with this piece in the middle and centering this. So, all right, I'll do this one, and then I'm just going to attach the others. So we'll have 5 in a row, and I'll show you when I'm done, don't worry. Oh, well, we don't want to do that now, do we? All right, I pushed too hard. Hold on. I gotta use a different piece now. Hang on. All right, let's do this. Yeah, do it again. All right, and over. And I went a little too far over on the glue here, but that's okay because we're going to cover that, like I said, with the paper. Now I had done one kind of as a prototype, and I put the paper down first, and then I did the fabric, and I did not like that I lost so much room on my paper with the fabric. So let me turn this over and just make sure that, yeah, I'm good. All right, this has got to dry. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another strip here. So these are the 4, and then a 5th one over here. I'm going to put a strip as well. Then I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to put strips on the exact same spots on the other side. And then I'll be right back to show you exactly what I did. All right, I'm back. And first, if you're a person who doesn't like to have sticky fingers, then this is going to annoy you. You might want to wear gloves because you got to press this down, and this stuff is very tacky, and it gets through the, you want it to get through the fabric. So here we are, but it gets all over your hands, you know. I did both sides. So we have 5 panels now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all stuck together, and fabric on both sides. And then I went ahead and did this end. We'll do the other end together, but I just took that fabric strip and I folded it over the end so that we had that clean edge there. That is a matter of preference, and it is not necessary mechanically to hold this together, but I just wanted to have a strip there. So I'm going to do this one here. And so I'm just going to glue down one side here first. And try to get it about halfway, but I have some wiggle room, so I can play with this after I get the other side on. Then I just want to flip it over. We'll add a bead of glue here. And then we're just going to fold that edge over like so. This is what I mean. You're going to get sticky fingers. I don't know that actually wearing gloves would do anything more than make this fidgety, because the glue is going to stick to the gloves, and the gloves are going to stick to this, and then they're going to stick to each other, and it might just be more frustrating. So you can wash your hands. All right. All right, so that is that. And now what we're going to do is we are going to decide where we want what papers, okay? And I'm just going to pull out the prototype I did so I can give you an idea of where we're going with this. All right, so this is the one I was making to kind of, you know, mess around with how I wanted this to go. And you can see I put the paper down first, and then I put the fabric, and I lost a lot of space here. Not that I can't cover this up like I did here. I put some flaps in here. So, you know, you can go back and cover up the fabric, but on pages maybe you don't want to, or you're not going to have a lot, then you know, you lose a lot of space there, which maybe you like that look. I don't know. I mean, sometimes it looks really cool to do that. But the other thing I did was on the prototype, I went shorter than this. And then when I did the edge, it kind of looked a little off. So I decided in this one, I'm going to go edge to edge. But this is what we're doing. So this would say be your cover, right? And then move this out a little. You would kind of go like this, and then like this, and then like this, and then it goes back this way, and so on. But in essence, what you have is just an accordion, right? It's just, or concertina, yeah, that word, that means like accordion in French, I think. But basically that's what we're doing. And so for here, you want this first one, or at least I want this first one to be what I would consider the cover. Now you could flip this, and this could also be the cover, right? So if you went this way, you could have the cover, but you have to kind of pick one. So this would be my cover, and so we want to decide what that is, and then we want to decide our pages, you know, moving on through the journal, or the accordion journal, or whatever you want to call it. So I think, having done all of these, that what I want for the cover is this one, because it's got a nice pattern, and when I put the pretty little flower fairy on there, it should fit within that, and then I can dress it up a little. So so then we're gonna go this way, right? So this is how the other one was folded, and this is my cover. Okay, and then this, so this one I think I would want there, and then we have to decide all the other ones. And so what we want to do is we want to glue these all down on top of the fabric, and you want to make sure, I think what would be helpful is if you folded these on the fold so you knew where the edge of this one was, so that you could line these up well with the ends. Okay, because we did cut these exactly to the size, or I did, of this piece of chipboard. So I want to make sure that it is on that entire piece of chipboard. Okay. All right, so I'll do this first one. Maybe we'll do a couple. We'll decide what we want to do. Yes, I need this. I'm going to keep using this because I am up against this fabric here. So when we get into embellishing, we can get away from this. But I think for now, I'm kind of stuck with it because of the fabric. And I'm not going to mix glues. I'm gluey enough. I'm just going to go light because I don't want it to soak through this paper too much. I'm hoping it doesn't. Fingers crossed. Now, maybe you have a better glue solution that you're going to use. That's fine. You do what works for you. I think this will work for me. And just going to get out my little smushy tool and make sure all those edges are down. Especially the edges. I really want to concentrate. I don't want them lifting up off of that fabric. I don't want them lifting up off of the edges at all. All right, so that is our cover. And now I have to decide what I want where, okay? So this will open to this page, and then it will go across here. So this will be one side, for instance, right? Well, these pages should kind of alternate. And then you're going to have the pages on the other side. So here, I think what I'll do is, let's see. We could do this one here. So we would go from that to that. And then maybe a patterned one. So this butterfly one would look nice there. And then we can do this splash of pink. Perhaps one of the lace. And then I have this music paper. I can put that on the end. I kind of like that layout. It gives me some alternating patterns, and then on the other side we'll do something similar. So let me just align these in the order in which I'm going to put them down. Okay, so this will be this side. And then over here, now this will be the back. We'll want to do some alternating here too. So maybe this piece, let's see what's on this side. So I would go from, I think that was the music paper. Yeah, so we would flip, if we were to flip this over, it would go from that to that. I don't mind that at all. And we're gonna have stuff over it anyway, but let's see how this lays out. Actually, I might want this one in the middle. So then we could maybe do that, and that, and that. Yeah, I think that would give us a nice variety. This breaks it up a little. I could actually do that too. Maybe that's a little better. What do you think? Yeah? Good. Okay. So we will line these up like this. Okay, now I know how the back is going to go. And so I will put on this first sheet with you, and then I will do all the rest off camera, and I will come back to you and you will see it all done. So again, you can put this on the paper, you can put this on here. It's completely up to you. Test them, see what you like to do. But the important thing is you want to make sure that you are on the chipboard, okay, because you have fabric in between there, right, with that gap, that 1/4 inch gap. So you want to make sure that you are not putting paper over that gap, because we need that to fold. Okay, that's enough. This way. All right, so I'm going to take this right up against that edge. And then I'm just going to look here on the side because I can see that edge of my chipboard a little better. So making sure it's all lined up, and then we'll press it down. Just have some oozing out here. So let me get a baby wipe. Sorry about the noise. I should be doing this on a book, a glue book, but I should activate that oxide. All right, let's see. All right, we just want to make sure those edges are really nice and tight, like I said. To me, that is the most important because that's where it's going to tend to lift first, is on the corners and the ends. So just make sure you got them down and you should be good. All right, so we have the cover and we have this and we have our gap in the middle. So the next one, I will just kind of fold that over so that 1/4 inch is to the other side now, and I'll know to line up my next piece here, like so. All right, and again, looking at the edges, you can kind of see the ends of the chipboard, so this will help you. So I'm going to do the rest of these sheets front and back as I laid them out, and then I'll come back here and I'll show you what I did. All right, I have very sticky fingers. Yeah, there's glue everywhere. But I'm done with this. Okay, so we have this side here, and then this side here. All right, and everything is glued on now. And this I decided was my cover, so this will kind of go like this, and then like that, and then like that, and then like that, and that, and that. Okay, so that is part one, and yeah, we will move on into the decorating, which should be fun. So I think this is going to be a mostly flat journal, meaning the components inside aren't going to be too bulky. I have a little wiggle room, which is with this bit of fabric here. I'm going to let it glue. I got glue on the brain. I'm getting a little high from the fumes. No, just kidding. I'm going to let it dry overnight, and then I will come back and actually start decorating with you guys. So this one will be a quick one. We will put a journal in here, but it's going to be a little mini one, and it will have some writing room, and then there'll be some other spots in here, I think, to write as well. So that's part one, and I will hopefully see you in the next video. Have a great day or night. Bye!